Hello, this is Dr. Larson. This is video 3 in the series on the topic of discipline for this video. First, let's get a philosophy of discipline. The word discipline comes from the Latin discipulus, which has to do with teaching, being a pupil, like we get the word disciple from it. A parent's job is to discipline, to teach, and it's a lifelong process, starting when your kids are young and lasting until, frankly, you leave the planet. It's going to be an enterprise of great importance. What's the first skill in discipline? I believe it's modeling. That has to do with what kids see you do, because they're going to imitate you in so many ways. How do you handle situations? What are the things you do that you can teach them? For example, if you're going to teach a kid giving and gratitude, maybe a Thanksgiving basket is a very important enterprise because they go shopping with you and they think about a family who's going to be receiving this basket. And as you go about the task of putting things in, it's going to be very important for them. There used to be a Labor Day telethon, and with our kids, we had them participate by going to the mall, selecting items or money that could be given, and being a part of the process of giving and sharing. There's so many ways that it can be done. Try to avoid just sending money, but have the kids become invested in the enterprise by either work or sharing some of their allowance and so on. That's how you teach an aspect of character, which we talked about in the very first video. It's modeling. How do you speak to one another as husband and wife? How do you speak to your kids? For example, I'll give you a simple teaching thing. Often in the waiting room, I would hear a child, younger, maybe 4 or 5, shrill. The voice could wake the dead. When the parent discovers this and is aware of it and its effect on others, speaking to them softly is very important. And when they lower the tone of their voice and the power, you say, I hear you so much better now. Modeling. Think of all the ways. Get on the balcony. Remember, we talked about this in the second video. Objectify. Look down on what you're doing and think of what your kids are seeing every day of your life. The first skill, this is our second point in this video, is reinforcement. Reinforcement is the king of shaping human behavior. Positive reinforcement, that is, facilitating with positive kinds of experiences, is the best reinforcement you can use. Negative reinforcement may work, but it's going to be costly in the development of the personality and is going to come across with a lot of negative aspects. Positive reinforcement. What is reinforcement? B.F. Skinner devoted his life to various studies. Of course, he used pigeons, and we're talking about children and human beings, but we're mammals, and we do respond to positive reinforcement. Sometimes it's important to reinforce positively with the most subtle stimulants, reinforcers. It can be as much as thank you. You're really special when you do that. Do not overdo it. Like, oh my God, that's absolutely impressive. Or the constant, good job, can be boring as all get out. And the kid is not going to respond to it. Subtle reinforcers can help that are unexpected and special. For example, a little note in the lunchbox for a kid in school saying they're special for some particular behavior or other. Very important reinforcer. We'll talk more about reinforcement in the next video, but as for now, thank you for watching. Take care.